Hey all. Those of you on, please tell me that you can hear me in the little chat box on the side. And it looks like, thankfully, you guys have found this class, which I was a little bit worried about. Good morning, Claudia. I accidentally deleted the one I had set up before, so hopefully you got the link and got it. Obviously, if you're here, you did. Awesome, Mary, good. Glad you can hear me. As you can see, I don't have AirPods in now. I'm using a different mic, and hopefully this, I think, will improve the sound for the instructions, and also it's going to make it more able to play harmonium and sing, and it won't distort the sound. So I'm also, after this, going to I'm going to be making some recordings of me singing, so that you'll be able to access on YouTube. But I'm going to monitor my cell phone to see if people are looking for the link, and monitor my email for a little bit. Oh, okay, Claudia, that makes sense. Yeah, it's no, at 8. Need a little bit of a spacer in between. And that's how it'll be for foreseeable future, is that I'll teach one class at 8 and teach one class at 9. Again, not meaning to ignore you, but I got a text asking for the link because I messed up. I deleted the class. Not an accident. It was an accident. Where is that? Okay. Oh, so there you go. Hey, Donna, you found it. Yay. Yay. So, I'll do better next week with getting the correct links to you guys. Hopefully, enough of you can find it anyway. Well, I guess I did get the correct links to you. I just, what happened is that for the 8 a.m., I started the 9 a.m. And then once you start it, it just kind of, you have to start all over again. Good to be here with you. So for those that I haven't heard from, I would love to know who's here. Say hello in the chat box. It's right over here. Good to be here with you this morning. Also, I'm curious, which of you who also took the 8 a.m. just a little while ago? Well, I'll ask another question. How are you all doing? Oh, I'm signing in for Part B. Yeah, nice, Morgan. I like it. Was it, Morgan, was it hard to find the link? Did you get my email with the new link, or how did you find this class? Did you search on YouTube? Hmm. Oh, you got the new email. Okay, awesome. So hopefully that at least gets some people in. Again, I apologize for, I'm learning all kinds of new stuff right now. I accidentally started the wrong class, so I will be very careful next time that I hit go live. Make sure it's the right class. And for this practice, I would say you probably don't need any props. I mean, they might be useful. We are going to be working binds and things like that within the flow, but you'll have to have it really close by if you do want to use it. Hey, Clarine. Yeah, I'm grateful for you too. If you want to go after like binds when I offer them, you might want to have a strap or a strap substitute close by, like a little hand towel. But know that this is going to be a very continuous flow. I'm not going to stop and break things down. So if you want to use props, if they're useful, have them all set up. So for example, if you're going to use blocks and standing poses, have them at the front of your mat, already set apart on the sides so that you can just grab them when you need them for standing poses. But yeah, this is a continuous ladder flow sequence. Hey, Yvonne. I don't usually sequence in this style. It's something, well, at least I haven't in a really long time. But I thought it would be fun. Think of this as kind of like yoga choreography. So I will still like keep you safe and give you plenty of alignment cues as we're walking through this. But this is a fun little project of mine during this time. I wanted to experiment with doing more kind of like fancy vinyasa choreography. Good morning. Hi, Gregory. Yeah, good to see you. Glad you guys are finding this. This is good. And if I haven't heard from you, you type in the little chat box and say, "Hi, I'm here." I would love to know who is here. We will wait about a minute past the start time just to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get in, especially because I messed up and I deleted the first time I set it up, so it's not the same link that I sent out. Seems like enough of you are finding it though, so that makes me very happy. Next week, I will make sure that I am more careful. Hi, Tiba. Yay, Lee. And back for class 2, Rachel. Yes. Nice, Al. Wonderful. Wonderful. Glad that you guys are coming back for the second class. That's kind of my intent, is that we have these little vinyasa snacks, right? If you can only take a half an hour, then you do just one of the two. If you can take more times, like the first class will get you well warmed up for the second class. So glad you guys are back. Hey, Adrian. Good to see you. Tiba, always back for more. I dig it. Okay, Kristen, good you got the new link. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. Yeah, well, we do have a lot to get to in this class, and it wills like we'll kind of dive right in, so expect that. We'll start at the top of our mats, and let's get rolling. Come to your mats, and I'll go to mine. Stand tall at the top of your mat. Bring your feet and legs all the way together to touch. Stand tall in Tadasana. Few rounds of Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhale deeply. And exhale, empty out completely. And inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same pace. Inhale. And exhale. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Reach up. Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Look forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or hop back. Lower down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, curl your chest up. Upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply here. And exhale completely. Take one more breath like this. And exhale. Last inhale here. And stay here on your exhale. Bring your feet and legs all the way together to touch. Then look up between your hands, Vashisthasana, side plank. Shift forward 2/3 of the way so that your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Then spin to the outer edge of your right foot, stack your left foot on top. Press down and forward with your right hand and stretch your left arm up, coming into Vashisthasana. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. And maybe even look up. Stay steady and strong. One more inhale. On your exhale, place your left hand down onto the floor. Either come straight to down dog or vinyasa to downward facing dog. Okay, second side, bring your feet and legs all the way together to touch. Look up between your hands. Shift forward 2/3 of the way so your shoulders are just behind your wrists. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot, stack your right foot on top. Press down and forward with your left hand and stretch your right arm up. Draw your hips forward until they're in line with your torso. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. And take one more inhale, stretch up, maybe even look up. Exhale, place your right hand down onto the floor, either straight to down dog or vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. And take one more inhale here. On your exhale, bend your knees and walk or hop forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, draw your gaze forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise all the way up, join your palms, Urdhva Namaskarasana. Exhale, lower your arms down by your sides, stand tall, Tadasana. Now, from here, draw your arms out in front of you. Hook your right arm underneath your left, then cross your forearms and bring your palms together for Garudasana, Eagle Pose. Bend your knees a couple inches, lift your right leg up, cross your right side over your left, and then maybe even tuck your toes back behind your left calf. Inhale here in Garudasana. Exhale, slowly lower your chest, your elbows down toward your knees. Then inhale, lift your torso all the way back upright. Unwind your right leg and then shoot your right leg back, coming into Warrior 3 with Eagle Pose arms. Inhale in this funky form of Warrior 3. Then on your exhale, bend your left knee, guide the ball of your right foot down to the floor, spin your right heel in and down, and come up into Warrior 1. Stretch your arms up, look up. Exhale, step back and lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, curl your chest up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. Slide your fingertips forward, lift your right leg up in Warrior 3 position. Then loop your arms in Eagle Pose, right arm underneath your left, bend your left knee, draw your right thigh forward and through, loop your right leg over your left and come into Eagle Pose again. Then unwind your right leg, unwind your arms and stand tall. Wind your left arm underneath your right for Eagle Pose, second side. Bend your knees, Bring your left thigh over your right and hook your left arm. Maybe even tuck your left toes back behind your right calf. Inhale here. On your exhale, draw your torso down towards your left thigh for a brief moment. Then inhale, calmly lift your torso all the way back up. Unwind your left leg and shoot it back, coming into a funky form of warrior three. Keep your left leg lifted, arms in eagle pose. Bend your right knee, guide the ball of your left foot down, spin your left heel in down, and lift your torso up, stretch your arms up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, step back and lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, curl your chest up, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Then slide your left foot in, lift your left leg up. Wrap your left arm underneath your right, coming into eagle pose arms. Bend your right knee and your left knee. Tuck your left thigh forward and through. Loop your left leg up, coming back into eagle pose. Then unwind your left leg, stand tall. Stretch your arms down by your sides. Now, place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your left leg, lengthen through your spine. Lift your right foot up, clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner left thigh for Vrikshasana, tree pose. Bring your palms to the center of your chest. And then stretch your arms up over your head. And take another breath here. In tree pose. Yeah. Okay, now from here, loop your right arm underneath your left, coming into eagle pose arms. And then bring your right thigh up until it's parallel to the floor. Remove your foot from your inner thigh. Bend your left knee. Loop your right leg up and around. Come into eagle pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your chest, your torso back down. Inhale, lift your torso all the way back up. And again, unwind your right leg. Come into warrior three with eagle pose arms. Inhale here. Okay, now this time, lower your fingertips down to the floor and come into standing split. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Draw your face in toward your shin. Stretch your right leg a little bit higher, perhaps. Then walk your hands back forward, maybe a couple hops up toward handstand, but listen carefully, right? So you do want to, after a couple of hops, okay, you either come up into handstand and hold or hop a couple times. And we'll come to a lunge from here, right? So find your balance, perhaps. You want your left foot to come down behind your hands. And then step back into crescent lunge. So left foot forward, right foot back, crescent lunge. Spin your right heel in and down and turn open to come into warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Tip your torso over your right leg. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Left hand to the outer edge of your foot. Stretch your right arm over your face. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Straighten your left leg and come into triangle pose. Tip your torso to your left, either hand to shin, fingertips to the floor, or hand down to a block. And take another breath here. Lift up through the muscles of your legs, from your kneecaps all the way up into your thighs. Turn your chest up, reach up. Then exhale, look down towards your left foot. Come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your left foot all the way up into your left hip. Stretch back to your right heel, forward through the crown of your head. Turn up, look up. Inhale one more time. On your exhale, place your right fingertips down onto the floor. Square your hips toward the floor. Listen carefully. Bend your left knee. Guide the ball of your right foot down. Come back up into crescent lunge. Yep. Now, from here, lean forward. Bring your fingertips down. Bring your right leg up away from the floor. Loop your right arm underneath your left. And then come up into eagle pose. Wrapping your right leg over your left. Then unwind your right leg. Unwind your arms. And stand tall. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift up to the muscles of your right leg, then lift your left foot up, clasp your ankle, place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. Join your palms together at the center of your chest, get steady. Then stretch your arms up over your head. In tree pose. Yeah, man. Okay, then wrap your left arm underneath your right. Come into eagle pose arms. Then remove your left foot from your thigh and bring your right thigh to point forward, knee to point forward. Come into eagle pose legs. Sit deeper. Inhale here. And exhale, lower your torso, your chest down. Inhale, lift your torso up. And from here, unwind your left leg and come into warrior three with eagle pose arms. Keep your left leg up, unwind your arms, bring your fingertips to the floor and come into standing split. Draw your face in towards your shin as you stretch your left heel higher. Then walk your hands back forward. A couple of hops up toward handstand, but not to vinyasa, right? It's usually what I do in class, okay? If you want to control it, you'll bring your right foot down. Say control it as I fall out. Okay, you'll control it as best you can. And bring your right foot down right behind your hands. Step back into crescent lunge. Right foot forward, left foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Spin your left heel in down and come into warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, side angle pose. Bring your hand down to the outer edge of your foot. Stretch your left arm over your face. Inhale, come back up through warrior two. Straighten your right leg. And come into triangle pose. If your torso to your right, either hand to shin, fingertips to the floor, hand down to a block. Take a couple breaths here. And drop from the fronts of your thighs, from your kneecaps all the way into your hips. And turn up, look up. Then look down towards your right foot, bend your right knee, come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your right foot into your right hip. Stretch your left heel back. Stretch the crown of your head out across the room, maybe even look up. And calmly bring your left fingertips down to the floor, square your hips toward the floor, bend your right knee, bring the ball of your left foot down, and come up into crescent lunge. Okay, and then bring your fingertips in front of your toes again, lift your left leg up, loop your left arm underneath your right, then loop your left leg up and through and come into eagle pose. Yeah, and then unwind your left leg, unwind your arms, and stand tall. Okay, moving on, place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your left leg. Then lift your right foot up, clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner left thigh. Join your palms together at the center of your chest. Stretch your arms up over your head. And take another breath. All right, now from here, place your left hand on your left hip. Remove your right foot from your right thigh, point your knee forward, reach your right arm inside your right thigh, and clasp your right big toe. Lift your chest, your sternum up, and then start to stretch your right leg forward. Utthita Hasta Pangushtasana. The leg doesn't have to get all the way straight, but just work it as best you can. Draw your right arm and right leg out to your right. Maybe even look out to your left. Yeah. And then draw your right arm, right leg back forward. Okay, now here's the interesting piece. Slowly release the clasp on your right big toe. Point your right foot. Keep your leg up. And bend your left knee. Loop your right leg over your left, coming into eagle pose. Wrap your right arm underneath your left, coming into eagle pose arms. Lower your chest down towards your shin, towards your thigh, and lift your torso back up. Unwind your right leg and shoot it back, coming into warrior three with eagle pose arms. Then unwind your arms and come into standing split. Take another breath here. And walk your hands back forward and a couple hops up toward handstand, or just decide to stay in standing split. That's also fair game. Remember, we're going to be coming to crescent lunge, so keep that in mind, right? No vinyasa. Okay, bring your left foot back down. And guide the ball of your right foot down to the floor and come up into crescent lunge. And spin your right heel and down, turn open, warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior, tip your torso back over your right leg. Inhale, come back up into warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose, stretch your right arm over your face. Inhale, come back up into warrior two, straighten your left leg, and come into triangle pose. Okay. Strengthen your legs here. Make them super, super strong. Draw from your kneecaps all the way up into your hips. Turn up, look up. Okay, now look down towards your left foot, bend your left knee, come forward and up into half moon pose. Draw from your left foot into your left hip. Stretch your right heel back, the crown of your head out across the room. Maybe even draw your gaze out toward the sidewall or up. Then calmly bring your right fingertips down to the floor. Square your hips toward the floor, but listen carefully. Lower your right foot down next to your left so that they're hip-width distance apart. Clasp your big toes with index, middle finger, and thumb. Inhale, straighten your arms and stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold down over your legs for Padangusthasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, straighten your arms. Now listen carefully from here. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Bend both knees. Shift your weight to your left foot. Press down away from the floor and bring your torso upright. Point your right knee out to your right. So the leg will extend it out to the side. The second part of the standing pose we did at just a little while ago. All right, now slowly start to bend your right knee, bend your left knee, and guide your right foot back down. Keep the clasp on your right big toe. Bring your left hand down to the floor and step back into a lunging position. This is getting really interesting. So lay your left palm down really firmly, so kind of like the same line as your toes on your right foot. You can remove the clasp on your right big toe to come into Vashisthasana with your left hand down, side plank. Or you can just simply keep the clasp, spin to the outer edge of your left foot and stretch your right leg up. So either regular Vashisthasana or Vashisthasana with top leg extended. And take another breath here. Okay, and then slowly release the clasp if you have the clasp on the big toe. Stack, bring your right hand down, and either straight to down dog or vinyasa to downward facing dog. You've got it. Okay. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. Slide your fingers forward, lift your right leg up. Loop your right arm underneath your left, then draw your right leg forward and through and come into eagle pose, Garudasana. Stand tall, lower your arms all the way down by your sides. Okay, place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your right leg, hugging it up to your outer right hip. Lift your left foot up, clasp your ankle. Place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. Join your palms together and stretch your arms up. Take one more inhale here. Now bring your right hand to your right hip. Remove your left foot from your thigh and point your knee forward. Stretch your left arm inside your left thigh and clasp your left big toe. Lift your torso up. And just straighten your left leg as much as you can. Doesn't have to get all the way straight. Right? And then draw your left arm and left leg out to your left. You might even look over your right shoulder. There we go. And then draw your left arm and left leg back forward again. Okay, here's the tricky part. Try to keep your left leg up. Slowly release the clasp. Point your foot. Place your hand on your hip. Okay. Bend your right knee. Bend your left knee. Hook your left leg up over your right for eagle pose. Wrap your left arm underneath your right. Inhale. Exhale, lower your torso down toward your left thigh. Inhale, lift your torso all the way back up. Unwind your left leg and come into Warrior 3 with eagle pose arms. Unwind your arms and come into standing split. Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. And walk your hands forward. You can either stay in standing split or here's your opportunity, couple hops up toward handstand. Just get what you can get. Try not to fall like me. Must be getting tired. Okay, and then bring your right foot down. Come into Crescent Lunge. Inhale, lift your torso up. And exhale, spin your left heel in and down. Come into Warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, Warrior 2. Straighten your right leg and come into triangle pose. Tip your torso to your right, either hand to shin, fingertips to the floor, or hand down to a block. Keep on lifting up through the muscles of your thighs. Yeah, and maybe even look up. Then look down towards your right foot, bend your right knee, come forward and up into half moon pose. Keep on drawing from your right foot into your right hip. Turn your chest up, maybe even look up here. Good. Inhale deeply. On your exhale, bring your left fingertips down to the floor, square your hips toward the floor, but then lower your left foot down next to your right, about hip width distance apart. Clasp your big toes, inhale, straighten your arms, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold down over your legs in Padangusthasana. Take a breath here, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, straighten your arms, stretch your chest forward. Bring your right hands to your right hip, bend your knees a couple inches, shift your weight to your right foot, press down away from the floor and lift your torso upright. There we go. Good, good. And then stretch your left leg out to your left. Take another breath here in Utthita Parshvahasta Padangusthasana. And slowly start to bend your left knee. Slowly guide your left foot all the way down. Now, from here, you might, so first, bring your right fingertips in front of your toes on your right foot. Step back into a lunge. Place your right palm flat on the floor. You can remove the clasp with your left hand on your big toe and come into regular side plank, or keep the clasp and swing your leg up into side plank with top leg lifted. Take a couple more breaths. And then if you have the clasp, slowly release it, stack your legs, bring your left hand down, either straight to down dog or vinyasa to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Lift your left leg up. And wrap your left arm underneath your right. And bring your left leg forward and through and wrap it around your right leg in eagle pose. And unwind and stand tall. Okay, we have our last piece here. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee, turn your right leg out. Lift up through the muscles of your left leg, lengthen through your spine. Lift your right foot up, clasp your right ankle, place the sole of your right foot up high on your inner right thigh. Join your palms together and stretch your arms up. Vrikshasana, tree pose. And again, bring your left hand to your left hip. Remove your right foot from your inner left thigh, point your knee forward. Stretch your right arm inside your right thigh, clasp your right big toe, and stretch your right leg forward. Good. And then draw your right arm and right leg out to your right. Draw your right arm, right leg back forward. Now, from here, you might just stay here. You can add a twist. Stretch your left hand forward, clasp the outer edge of your right foot, and stretch your right arm back. Again, it's all going to be kind of similar thing. We're going to go to the same place after this. Now, from here, slowly release the clasp on your right foot. Keep it upright. Bend your left knee, wrap your right leg around, and wrap your arms in Garudasana shape. And lower your torso down. And lift your torso back up. Unwind your right leg and shoot it back, coming into Warrior 3 with eagle pose arms. Whoop. And unwind your arms, come into standing split. Walk your hands back forward and a couple hops up toward handstand if you would like, if you so choose. Right? Okay, and then bring your left foot back down, slowly. And come into Crescent Lunge. Reach up, stretch up. Spin your right heel in and down, come into Warrior 2. Now this time, let's go after some bound forms of these same poses. So start by wrapping your right arm behind your back, lean to your right and come into half bound reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up into Warrior 2 position. Unhook your right hand, loop your left arm underneath and reach up to complete the bind in bound Parshva. Now from here, keep the bind and straighten your left leg just as much as you can. Come toward bound triangle pose, but don't force it. It's not worth it. And bend your left knee again. Keep the bind. Look down toward your left foot. Hop your right foot forward to the front of your mat. So your feet are about hip width distance apart. Press down through your right foot and lift your torso upright for bird of paradise. Straighten your left leg as best you can. Again, not forcing it straight. And then slowly bend your left knee. Lower your left foot all the way down carefully. And then from here, step back into bound Parshva. As you release the bind, tuck your left arm underneath your left leg, place your left palm outer edge of your left foot, and you might just simply stretch your right arm up. Right? This might be plenty, a good hip stretch, or lift your left heel, clasp the outer edge of your left foot, turn your chest to your right, and stretch your left leg out for Vishwamitrasana. And if you come into Vishwamitrasana, you can simply lower your left foot down, or you can try your hand at releasing the clasp, come into Ekapada Kundinasana 2 and Vinyasa. So regardless of where you ended up, we'll meet in down dog. So you know that there's a good place to come back to. Inhale, lift your left leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your left foot all the way up between your hands. Lift your right leg up. Loop your right arm underneath your left and come forward and up into Garbudasana. And then unwind your legs, unwind your arms, stand tall. Okay, last piece. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your left knee, turn your left leg out. Lift your left foot up, clasp your ankle, place the sole of your left foot up high on your inner right thigh. Bring your palms together. And stretch your arms up over your head. From here, bring your right hand to your right hip. Remove your left foot from your inner right thigh. Point your knee forward. Stretch your left arm inside your left thigh. Clasp your left big toe. And stretch your left leg forward just as much as you can. And draw your left arm and left leg out to your left. Good. And draw your left arm, left leg back forward. Either just stay here, or if you want to work the twist, bring your right hand to the outer edge of your left foot and stretch. Stretch your left arm back. Yeah. Regardless of where you are, slowly release the clasp on your left foot. Keep it upright. Bend both knees, wrap your left arm around your right. Wrap your left arm underneath your right. Unwind your legs and come into Warrior 3 with eagle pose arms. Well, I forgot the chest lower. Sorry about that. And then come into a standing split, Urdhva Prasarita Ekapadasana. Walk your hands back forward and a couple hops up toward handstand, if you would like. Good. And with control, lower your right foot down and come into Crescent Lunge. Lift your torso up. Spin your left heel in and down and come into Warrior 2. Now for the bind, start by wrapping your left arm behind your back. Lean your torso to your left. Draw your right arm over your face. Inhale, come up into Warrior 2 position. Untuck your left hand. Loop your right arm up and underneath and clasp. Turn your chest up. Look up. Good, good. And then from here, keep the bind. Work your right leg as straight as you can. Doesn't have to get 100% straight. And in fact, if you feel pulling, that's your indication, like, oops, that's my stopping point. Then, from here, bend your right knee again, look down. Hop your left foot forward. And then lean onto your left foot. Press down away from the floor to lift your torso up. And bird of paradise. Stretch your right leg straight, or as straight as you can. And then slowly bend your right knee. Guide your right foot all the way back down. Step back into bound side angle pose again. As you release the bind, keep your right arm tucked underneath. Bring your right hand to the outer edge of your right foot. Again, you might just stretch your left arm up, get a hip stretch, or lift your right heel. Reach your left hand to the outer edge of your right foot. Turn your chest to your left and stretch your right leg out, coming into Vishwamitrasana. Yeah, and either lower your right foot down from Vishwamitrasana and come out, or remove the clasp, stretch your left arm up, bring your left hand down, come into Ekapada Kundinasana, and then Vinyasa. Oh my, we made it. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Inhale, lift your right leg up toward the ceiling. Exhale, place your right foot all the way up between your hands. Lift your left leg up. Loop your left arm underneath your right. Keep your balance and loop your left leg over your right. And stand tall. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head, reach up. Exhale, fold down over your legs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees and sit down and lie down. Okay, we only have time for one back bend, so choose carefully either Setu Bandha Sarvangasana or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Place your feet hip width distance. Peel your buttocks, your low back, your middle back, your upper back up away from the floor. Either interlace your fingers underneath your back or come all the way up into Urdhva Dhanurasana. And we'll hold for a little while. So do breathe deeply, steadily, evenly. Take one more breath where you are. Last inhale. And on your exhale, make your way all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together, widen your knees apart, come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Give yourself a moment to let that land. It's been a lot of activity, a lot of movement. And then keep your knees bent, bring the soles of your feet to the floor. Stretch your arms out by your sides, lift your shins up. Draw your legs down to your right for a simple twist. And take a few breaths here. If it feels okay on your neck, look over your left arm. And then inhale, come back up through center, go the other way, draw your legs down to your left, look over your right arm. And inhale, come back up through center, hug your thighs into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a big hug. And release the clasp, stretch your legs out fully. Stretch your arms out fully. Put yourself in a comfortable position and at least take a couple breaths here. And you may stay here for much longer if you want a longer Shavasana. If, like me, you need to move on with your day, you can make your way up to a seated position and end your practice here. Namaste. Thanks all for being here. That was really fun. I appreciate you sticking with it and being patient with me as I kind of figure this out, this whole 30-minute time frame. It's like, as usual, I just try to fit too much in a short amount of time. But thank you for being here with me. Your presence is felt. I will be offering 2 classes like this next week too. Also check YouTube because I am going to have some recordings of my singing with harmonium on YouTube for you to access as well, which could be used really well in tandem with these short practices. You could turn this off, turn the recording on, rest for longer, which I highly, highly recommend. So be on the lookout for that, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel because you'll get updates on the stuff that I plan. All right, all. Love you all so much. Stay safe and healthy. I'm sending so much love to you, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon on your mat. Thanks for practicing with me. Love ya.